Good morning. We'll give few seconds, then we'll start our discussion.
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍।
Okay, previous class रे हमें कौन पढ़ते हमें पढ़ते basic principle of management. What is management and some definition. Management कौन है general management विषय रे हमें सब जानते Then we also studied organization. What is organization? What are the different types of organization? कौन different organization अच्छी सब discuss. We also studied different terminology, different jargon, different words about management. Management रे कौन सब different purpose अच्छी different meaning. We'll go through that slide, different words. Organization, different types of organization. We studied concept behind management, planning, organizing, trading, staffing. ये सब definition पढ़ी We also discussed the characteristics, the features of organization. Organization कौन features, कौन characteristics. Management रे की quality, manager ग्रह, different skills, different quality विषय में discussion करते ये जो स्किल हमें देख रहे हैं इंटरपर्सनल स्किल इंफॉर्मेशनल स्किल डिसीजन मेकिंग स्किल डिफरेंट डिफरेंट स्किल विषय में डिस्कशन करते हैं then today we'll discuss few personality we discuss Frederick Winslow Taylor who is known as the father of scientific management से गुड़ाए बॉय लेक्चर दिए जन साइंटिस्ट 1915 ସିଏ ତାର ଡେଥ୍ ହେଇଥିଲା, 1856 ସିଏ ତାର ବର୍ନ, ଫେଡରିକ୍ ୱିନ୍ସଲୋ ଟେଲର. Remember this name, commonly known as the father of scientific management. If scientific management ର ତାଙ୍କୁ father of scientific management କୁହାଯାଏ କାହିଁକି ନା he has written lot of books. Scientific management is an art of knowing exactly what you want your men to do. He has given this definition. Suppose ତମେ ଗୋଟେ manage କରୁଛ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ, you know very well what you want to do, your people, what you want to work, what you want to achieve, and ତମର କଣ goal, ତମର କଣ objective, ତମେ ସବୁ ଭଲକି ଜାଣିଛ. And he explained every task. ତମ ଗୋଟେ example ଦଉଥିଲି, suppose ତମେ ଘରୁ ଆସୁଛ, ତମ କଲେଜକୁ ଯିବ. You divide your tasks into different unit. You break down your task. You come to bus stop, bus stand କୁ ଆସୁଛ, ସେଠୁ ରିକ୍ସା ନଉଛ, ସେଠୁ ବସ୍ ନଉଛ, କି ବାଇକରେ ଆସୁଛ, କି ଟ୍ରେନ ନଉଛ, କଣ ନଉଛ, ସେଠି ପୁଣି ଷ୍ଟେସନ ଓହ୍ଲେଇବ, ଷ୍ଟେସନ କଲେଜ କେମିତି ଯିବ. You divide your tasks. At one particular time, you focus one task. Suppose ତମେ ସକାଳୁ ଉଠିକି ତମ ନିତ୍ୟକର୍ମ ସାରିବ, ତମେ ବସ୍ ଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଡ କୁ ଯିବ, you plan with your friend, then you focus on that task. ତାଙ୍କର approach, ତାଙ୍କର theory ଅଛି, you divide the main task into small pieces, you break down the task into small pieces and concentrate then that one. ତମେ ଗୋଟେ ଗୋଟେ ଛୋଟ ଛୋଟ ଜିନିଷରେ divide କଲା ପରେ you concentrate on that task. That means you will be focusing on one task at a time. That is going to be scientific and efficient. Scientific management is thoughtful, organized, and dual approach. The job management again hit and miss rule of thumb. That means you are concentrating on main work when you divide into small pieces. That is his approach. We have given something, what he has opened, what he has given, and some explanation about him, what is his approach, theory, what he has given on scientific management. Every job should be broken into elements and scientific method to perform each element should be established. What I said, the same thing. ତମେ ଯେକୌଣସି କାମକୁ break down କରିବା small unit. Then you concentrate on one unit, finishing one unit. Then you go to the next unit. Suppose ଗୋଟେ ଘର ହଉଛି, ତମେ ଆଗେ ଫାଉଣ୍ଡେସନ କରୁଛ, ଦେନ୍ କାନ୍ଥ କରୁଛ. ତମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଫାଉଣ୍ଡେସନ କରୁଛ, ଯେତେବେଳେ ଛାତ କଥା ଭାବୁ, you are focusing how the foundation is good, how will give more pillars, more concrete, how the wall will be good. ଯେତେବେଳେ wall କଥା ଭାବୁଛ, ଯେତେବେଳେ ତମେ ଘରର ଫିନିସିଂ କଣ ରଙ୍ଗ ଦିଆହବ ସେ କଥା ଭାବୁନ, ଯେତେବେଳେ ରଙ୍ଗ ଦେବା କଥା ଭାବୁଛ, then you go to shop, you select the color, what is matching. So you divide the entire work into small pieces, small unit. That is his approach. And he is known as the father of scientific management, Frederick Winslow Taylor. 1856 ରେ ତାଙ୍କର birth ହେଇଥିଲା, 1915 ରେ ତାଙ୍କର death. We have given different theories on him. You can read it. I will send this. Develop a science for each element of work. Scientifically select and them train is suppose ତମେ ଗୋଟେ କାମ କରୁଛ, you should enough knowledge, enough awareness, enough training on that. Scientifically You have to get all those things from your superior. Cooperate with the workers so that ensure all of the work is being done in accordance with the principles of the science which has been developed. That means whatever you plan for that task, you are doing properly. You concentrate everything on that task. Suppose ତମେ ଗୋଟେ କାମକୁ divide କଲ small unit, then you will focus, you will concentrate on this. That is his main approach. Divide the work scientifically. That is known for this his work, his research, his analysis is known as father of scientific management. We'll also read another personality, Foyle, Henry Foyle. He has born 1841 and died 1925. The picture is given. What he has given another theory, he has given another principle, 14 principle. ଯୋଉଟାଟା point ଅଛି ଯୋଉଟାକି ତମେ ମନେ ରଖିଥିବ, you will get questions on those 14 points. You will get essay type question and small question. So he has given principles of those 14 points and popularly known as 14 principles. So you will get questions of, you remember this name, Foyle and 14 principles. So what are those 14 points? We'll read and we'll discuss now. His name is Henry Foyle. Henry Foyle, 1841 to 1925. He has wrote many books. One of his book is General Industrial Management, and it was very famous book, considered the book to be one of the best management book. In his contribution to management may be analyzed under the following heads. So there are some headings, there are some analysis. It is given in this slide. Classification of business activities. According to him, all activities of business enterprise could be divided into six categories. He has given this analysis. Any activity you do in business is divided into these six. What are these? Technical activities, commercial activities, financial activities, security activities, and managerial activities. Technical activities regarding the training, the planning, commercial activities regarding the buying, selling, the financial aspect. Financial activities, salary, all these things, recruiting, total revenue aspect. Security activities is not related to the physical security. It includes data security, everything. तमरा कोड चोरी ହେଇଗଲା କି ଏସବୁ ଜିନିଷ mean କରୁନି. It includes ସବୁ security. ତମର data ଚୋରି ହେଲା କି property code चोरी ହେଲା कि person, everything. Security activities protection to suppose ତମ ବାହାରେ ଗୁଡାଏ employees ତାକୁ protection ଦଉଛ ତାକୁ, that is one security. ତମର ଗୁଡାଏ copyrights ଅଛି, ଗୁଡାଏ knowledge ଅଛି, ଗୁଡାଏ intellect ଅଛି, ସେଇଟା ଆଜି ଚୋରି ହେଉଛି, ସେଇଟା ଆଜି ଆଉ କିଏ କପି କରୁଛି, that you give the security to that. That is one security, one type of security. The security doesn't mean that ଚୋରକୁ ଜଗିବା. That is security means everything, not related to the physical security. It is included property security, data security, your knowledge security, your resource security, everything. Accounting activities, all statistical activities. It's calculations. Managerial activities, you are end of the day, you are managing the entire thing. That is known as managerial activity. So what are these principles will come to know slowly. His name is Henry File. He has given another theory, or it's part of his analysis, his research. That is, he has given theory and divided the main functions into these parts. Management has divided into these different functions: planning, organizing, coordinating, commanding, controlling. That you understood earlier. If you do any task, you have to plan, you have to coordinate, you have to organize, you have to command. There are few new things he has given. Controlling is something you know. Commanding means leading. So you are instructing to the people. ଯେ ତମେ ପାଖରେ କାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ତମେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ନିର୍ଦ୍ଦେଶ ଦଉଛ, ଇନଷ୍ଟ୍ରକ୍ସନ ଦଉଛ କଣ କରିବାର ଅଛି, that is commanding. and ତାଙ୍କୁ ମନିଟର କରୁଛ, ସେମାନେ କେମିତି କାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ତାଙ୍କୁ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରୋଲ କରୁଛ, କୋଉଟା କରିବା ଦରକାର କୋଉଟା କରିବା ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ. So he has given this theory, has given this division to the key functions of management. I was telling this principles, 14 principles. What are these principles? Principles of management, he gave 14 principles of management. So these 14 points could be small questions, could be long questions. Exam ରେ ଆସିପାରେ, ତମେ ମନେ ରଖିଥିବ. You write those points and remember that for your exam perspective. So you will get questions on this division of work, authority and responsibility, unity, unity of command, unity of direction. There are two things: subordination of individuals and general interest, remuneration and personal, centralization, scalar chain, order, equity, stability of tenure of personnel, initiative, spirit de corps. These are 14 points. The last point is a different word, not English. So we'll understand each of these points. We have in next slide. We'll go through one by one. We'll understand this. Then you can remember and we can further discuss on that. Division work of work. What is written? The first principle of management. Henry File is his name. The first Henry File principle of management is based on the theory that if employees is given specific task to do, they will become more efficient. What he has given in principle, he told that ତମେ ଯାହାକୁ କାମ କରାଉଛ, you are giving the specific task, specific instruction, very specifically what he has to do. ଯଦି ତା ପାଖରେ instruction clear ଅଛି, specific instruction ଅଛି, then that person will be clearly do the things. You have to make sure the instruction is very clear and very specific. So that is one of his principle, the very first principle. Then the second one is authority and responsibility. This principle is what he says. It states that the manager need to have the necessary authority in order to ensure that his instructions are correct. Suppose ଜଣକୁ ତମେ କାମ କରିବାକୁ ତମ ପାଖରେ ଗୋଟେ କାମକୁ ତମକୁ ଗୋଟେ ଦାୟିତ୍ୱ ଦିଆଯାଇଛି, ତମକୁ ଅଥରିଟି ଦିଆଯାଇନି, ତମେ କାହାକୁ କିଛି କହିପାରିବନି। You will not get the output properly. So that means ସପୋଜ ତମେ ଗୋଟେ ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ଦଉଥିଲି, ତମେ ଗୋଟେ ମ୍ୟାରେଜ ଫଙ୍କସନ କି ତମ ଘରେ କଣ କରୁଛ, ତମକୁ ଅଥରିଟି ଦିଆଯାଇଥିବ, ତମକୁ ପଇସା ଦିଆଯାଇଥିବ, ତମକୁ ପାୱାର ଦିଆଯାଇଥିବ, ଆଣ୍ଡ ୟୁ ଆର ରେସ୍ପନ୍ସିବଲ ଫର ଏଭ୍ରିଥିଙ୍ଗ। ତମ ପାଖରେ ଯଦି ସେତିକି ନଥିବ, ଅଥରିଟି ନଥିବ, ୟୁ କ୍ୟାନଟ ଡୁ ଦ ୱାର୍କ ପ୍ରପରଲି। ୟୁ କ୍ୟାନ୍ command the catering or tent or whatever the function you are. If you have proper authority, you can get them work at your place in proper way, whatever you want. So along with the work, you should have the responsibility and authority. That is one of his principles. Another principle is discipline. Principle said that the discipline is required for any organization to run effectively. Discipline is very much required. What does it mean? Discipline means when you come, when you go, and you maintain a proper decorum for all these things. वर्ती प्रत्येक जिनिसରେ ଗୋଟେ ଡିସିପ୍ଲିନ ଥାଏ। ତମେ ସ୍କୁଲରେ କ୍ଲାସ କରୁଛ, ୟୁ ହାଭ ଏ ଆଟେଣ୍ଡାନ୍ସ ସିଷ୍ଟମ। ତମେ କିଏ ଆସିଲା କିଏ ନ ଆସିଲା, କେତେବେଳେ ଆସୁଛ କେତେବେଳେ ଆସୁଛ। ତମର ସ୍କୁଲ ଯଦି 10:30 ହଉଛି, ତମେ କଣ 12ଟା ବେଳେ ଯିବ କି? ତମେ ଯାହା ହେଲେ 10ଟାରେ ଯାଉଛ। ତେଣୁ କେତେବେଳେ ତମର ରିକ୍ରେସନ ହଉଛି, ଖେଳ ଛୁଟି ହଉଛି, lunch break hoji, you are following that. Suppose 2 o'clock, 2 to 2:30 is the lunch break. During that time you are having lunch. You are not having lunch after 3 or before 2. Whenever you want, you cannot. So you maintain certain discipline. Unity of command, unity of direction. So these are two confusing things. You remember the difference. Unit of what is unit of command, what is unit of direction. Unit of command means suppose ତମକୁ ଗୋଟେ କାମ ଦିଆଯାଇଛି, ତମ ବଡ ଭାଇ ତମକୁ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଗୋଟେ କର, ତମ ବାପା କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ରକାର କର, ତମ ମା କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ରକାର, then you will not do the work properly if the instruction is coming in from multiple direction. ତେଣୁ ତମକୁ ଜଣେ ଜଣେ ତମେ ଖାଲି ତମ ବାପାଙ୍କ କଥା ଶୁଣୁଛ କିମ୍ବା ତମ ଭାଇଙ୍କ କଥା ଶୁଣୁଛ, he is responsible to give you all the instructions. You don't need to bother for other things. That is the unit of command. ତାମାନେ କମାଣ୍ଡ ଟା ସବୁବେଳେ ଜଣଙ୍କ ପାଖରୁ ଆସୁଛି, ଇନଷ୍ଟ୍ରକ୍ସନ ଆସୁଛି। ତମେ ଯଦି ଗୋଟେ ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜେସନ କାମ କରୁଛ, ତମକୁ 4 ଜଣ ଲୋକ 4ଟା କଥା କହୁଛନ୍ତି, ତମେ କଣ ପ୍ରପରଲି କାମ କରିପାରିବ କି? ୟୁ ଆର୍ concentrating main from the person who is giving the direction. Now you have to see if the instruction is coming from one direction. That is the unit of command. This principle states that it should be clear chain of command in the organization. If the employee has to follow more than one boss, there begins a conflict or in conflict of interest. ତମେ ଯଦି ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କର କଥା ଶୁଣିବ, ତମେ କାହା କଥା ପାଳନ କରିବ, you will be having confusion. That is known as conflict of interest. Suppose ତମର 2 ଜଣ ମ୍ୟାନେଜର ଅଛନ୍ତି, ଜଣେ ମ୍ୟାନେଜର କହୁଛି ଏମିତି କର, ଜଣେ ମ୍ୟାନେଜର କହୁଛି ସେମିତି କର, then you will have confusion and there will be conflict between different managers and their each interest. Then unit of direction. Unit of direction is another principle. Unit of direction means suppose ତମେ ଗୋଟେ ଡାଇରେକ୍ସନରେ କାମ କରୁଛ, ତମକୁ ଗୋଟେ କୁହାଯାଇଛି ଗୋଟେ ତିଆରି କରିବା ଲାଗି ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ, ତମ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ତମ କୋୱାର୍କର he is thinking differently and he is doing something else. ତମେ ଯାହା ସହିତ କାମ କରୁଛ, ତମେ ଯଦି 2 ଜଣ ମିଶିକି କରୁଛ, ତେଣୁ ଦି ଜଣଙ୍କର ଅଣ୍ଡରଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଡିଂ ସେମ୍ ହବା ଦରକାର। ତମେ ଗୋଟେ କାମ କରୁଛ, ତମ ସାଙ୍ଗ ତମ ଟିମରେ ସେମାନେ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ କଥା ଭାବିକି ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ କଣ କରୁଛ, ତେଣୁ ଏଣ୍ଡ ପ୍ରଡକ୍ଟ ଟା କଣ ହବ, ଅଲଗା ଅଲଗା ହେଇଯିବ। ତମର ଭିତରେ ଗଣ୍ଡଗୋଳ ସୃଷ୍ଟି ହବ, କନଫ୍ୟୁଜନ ସୃଷ୍ଟି ହବ। You should have both in same understanding what you are doing. Your team is also thinking the same way. That is unity of direction. Unity of command, unity of direction. Collective interest. Collective interest is very important than your individual interest. तुम देखिथिबा टीम रे, स्पोर्ट्स रे, जेकोसी स्पोर्ट देखो, तुम क्रिकेट देखो, क्रिकेट से एवरीथिंग, everyone is aware of the cricket. Suppose तुम जब क्रिकेट खेलुच, टीम रे अच्छी 11 जन, so your main objective is to win your team, win your country, win your state, whatever. Not that you can do proper score, your individual career is important. So collective interest, what is collective interest? So collective interest, what is team interest, what is country interest, what is the nation interest. So you have to work on that. Not that team हारले हारो मो सेंचुरी कर दी, ଏଇଟା ହେଲେ that is one of the principles Hal has given. Collective interest is important over individual interest. Remuneration, that's another principles. What is remuneration? Salary. ଯେକୌଣସି କାମରେ ତମେ ଯେକୌଣସି ଲୋକଙ୍କୁ କାମରେ ନିଯୁକ୍ତି କରୁଛ, you should have proper remuneration, proper salary, proper wages to those people. So when you are recruiting, you are giving proper return to those people. Next is centralization. Centralization refers to the concentration of power and heads of authority following the top to bottom approach. So any instruction is coming from the top, then the higher authority, then the bottom authority. Color chain is the flow of command is one direction from top to bottom. Order. The principle states that there should be an orderly placement of resources and power. Order means it's similar to the authority. So you should have proper order, proper power, proper finance to execute the work. Equity. All employees should be treated equally. Whoever is managing the work, oh, that person is treating all the employee equally. So there should not be any partiality between the employee. That is equity. Stability of tenure of personnel. This principle states that an organization should work to minimize the staff turnover. So turnover ratio should be minimal. That I was talking in one of the class. What is turnover ratio? ଲୋକଙ୍କର ଛାଡିବା ଯିବା, that is turnover ratio. You have to control that initiative. This principle said that all employees should be encouraged and show initiative. It is kind of motivation. Employee ମାନେ initiative ନଉଛନ୍ତି କି ନାହିଁ. Then the last point is spread the curve in team spirit. ସମସ୍ତେ ମିଳିମିଶି କାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି କି ନାହିଁ. This is a French word. It came from France. It's not an English word. It means team spirit. So these are the 14 points we discuss further, and these are important for your exam. You try to remember these 14 points given by File, Nelly File, who is scientist who was given these 14 principles on scientific management. In the next class, we'll go through all these 14 points again. Then we'll read another personality. For your attendance, you please give me your name and roll number in the chat box. So I'll call it from there. Next class mostly on the same time tomorrow. And we'll go through the same principles again, which is very important. Then we'll go through another personality. Okay, today we'll not have the break. We'll end the class here. Thank you.
Thank you.